Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, the best third/fourth tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my first try-hard team, I call it, which means this is the first team I'm putting together of not trying out new Pokemon and playing to try and win as many battles as I can. And I went 12-2-1 with this team in 3 sets, and it's Medicham, Pelipper, Umbreon. So there's two things. So let's just go over first how I came up with this. Uh, Myself and 15 other content creators put out Coffagrigus in the first day. So I wanted to do Umbreon because Umbreon is a solid counter to that. And I think I don't really like playing with Scrafty, quite honestly. So Umbreon, I think, just has wider coverage in general. So I put in Umbreon. So it is weak to fighting, so I needed a safe swap. Pelipper, go back and look at one of my many videos last season. Pelipper is one of the best safe swaps in the Great League. So it's a beast. And I was like, okay, I really need a counter user for like your Bastion, Galarian, Stunfisk. And the number one ranked is Medicham. So I'm like, I've got a new level 51 Medicham. So let's put it in. So the first thing you may notice is you are double weak to Fairy. Medicham is fighting. Umbreon is dark. You would get shredded. Pelipper's not going to have a good matchup against Fairies either. You would get shredded. What I would say to that is I've played all 100 sets so far, which is 100 sets? No, 100 games. 100 games. I played 100 games. Not 100 sets. 100 games so far, which means that you see 300 Pokemon over those 100 games. Out of those 300 Pokemon, I've seen 5 Charmers. The Charmers are just not as existent right now, which is kind of surprising given how many dark there is, but I think they're kind of like hidden away because of just how easily they get walled by Bastion and Galarian Stunfisk. Like you could run a Charmer with a couple fighters to deal with it, but Charmers are just not, outside of like A Ninetales, the Charmers in the Great League are not as strong. Like they're pretty strong in Ultra League and Match League. They have some play, but Great League they're not as strong. So that's why I'm more confident running with double weak 2 Charm here. So, like I said, I went 12-2-1, and let's get into some of the battles, and you'll see how it plays out. So, Medicham against Deox. So this is I think it's a losing matchup overall because you can only throw resisted moves, right? Well, not Ice Punches are resisted, but they're going to be able to throw rocks or like Thunderbolts maybe on the lead. Yeah. So, you throwing Ice Punches, them throwing Thunderbolts, not great. So I came in here just because Umbreon even though it's not a safe swap, it kind of acts as a safe swap because it is so tanky and it just has pretty wide coverage with the Last Resort on it. So I get met with a Tyranitar, which I was like, okay, that is very unique. So I'm only throwing resisted at it, but because it's Tyranitar and it's pretty glassy in the Great League, I'm able to burn a shield. Problem is I'm going to have to shield right back no matter what I come in with. So I'm going to come in here just to get a little extra farm on this. And then if the Deox comes in, I may throw a move on it just to do some chip damage because I don't think Pelipper can take it down without having to throw multiple Weather Balls here. So I may just throw one move at it here and then bail. So I take the Thunderbolt because, again, Medicham is level 51, so I can take that. No problem. But as you can see, like Ice Punch does not do much to Deox because Deox is also very tanky. And then I get hit with Crazy Leg. So I was in there and tapping. I should have already had like 5 wing attacks go through, but I got no through there. Luckily, they swap into Nidoqueen, which is not a great answer to Pelipper. So I know this is just going to be a Poison Fang. So I'm going to take this one, hoping I can get to the next one or go for the full farm down here. And I have a move. So I think what I'm probably going to do is... do I let it go? Oh, I do let it go. Okay. And then I come in with Medicham and get... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because now I know... Yeah, okay. So the thought process at the time was they are energy dry because they just threw a Thunderbolt at me. So I'm loaded with energy. So I can probably get to 3 Ice Punches before they're able to get to even 2 Psycho Cuts because I have a shield, right? So shield this up even if Psycho Cut... Psycho Boost, I can get to that move and take it out. So getting out of not a great lead there. to take the match. Again, this team just has a lot of flexibility, which is what I like about it. So Scrafty, here we go. And they come in with a Jellicent, and here's your hard punish right here. They can throw at best Ice Beam. At worst, they're just going to lower my attack a lot, which would cause some problems. So I don't have to shield anything here. The only problem if they do that is, and let's see what they're running. They show Shadow Ball, which is okay. I guess they have Shadow Ball Bubble Beam, but I don't know why you don't throw. Yeah, so I'm just farming up a ton here. So if they're just going to throw resisted Shadow Balls, I'd rather come out with a ton of energy for the Scrafty, knowing that, and I'm not even going to hit the bubbles. I undercharge this specifically, hoping that it wouldn't KO, that I can get a couple extra snarls through here. Just because, again, if they're throwing Shadow Balls, I don't really care about that. I care about these I care about these counters here. So I just undercharge that, get some extra farm here, so I can now throw a couple last resorts at this. And that's going to do a ton of chip damage that even if when my Medicham comes in, I'm going to be able to take it out if they're pretty easy. So that's why they kind of realize that. Got with a ton of lag again. I'm not going to get to another move, so I'm like, let's just do any sort of chip damage here. The lag again. This is what I warned about. Like, if they don't fix this, people are going to bail. I don't know if it's the view counts. My view count's been down for the start of the season. I've seen it kind of down across the board. And I don't know if that's just like time of the season or what, but I don't. Anyways, I can shield up Foul Play here, and they come in with a Talonflame. So I think this was kind of a mistake, because one Weather Ball probably would have taken it out anyway, so I don't really need to do that. I think I just kind of like hesitated, not hesitated, but like kind of got deer in the headlights there. So I shield up Brave Bird. I'm like, maybe I can just wing attack this down, and then I'm like, no, they are going to get to another move right here, so I need to take this, at least burn a shield here, and I have back-to-back. So able to take this out, and then I could just wing attack down / punch the Scrafty, and they have no shot. So tough. That was just an easy win. That was just tough alignment for their team. So the next one, Medicham into Mandibuzz. So this is not a great matchup because they're going to generate moves faster than me, and they're way tankier. So as you can see, these Ice Punches and counters didn't even get them to the yellow. And as you're going to see here, even though they're throwing me the most pathetic Aerial Ace, it's still going to take me, it does about the same amount. But the problem is, they are going to, although they have not thrown that, they will outpace me, and I know that. So there's two, and I tried, as you see, I tried to catch on the Pelipper, knowing that another one's coming, but I couldn't get out in time. And at this point, I'm like, tried to catch it there, and they also correctly knew that I was going to try and bail. So they came in here, which is not a good matchup, and it's always rough when you see a Jellicent come out when you have an Umbreon hidden in the back, because you're like, unless they're double weak to Umbreon, you just probably lost your main counter here. I always go for, what I found with Jellicents is these Weather Balls, despite it being resisted, they do a lot more damage than I would have expected them to. So I'm just going to chip this as much as possible. And we see MP there, so that's fine. I'm up 2 shields. I know I can kind of just come in with Umbreon and start getting some farm here. And they come in with Nidoqueen. So I come in here just to try and throw the... And this is... if I lost this game, this is where I lost the game. I just gave up my only chance at resetting a nerf on my defense here. And I shield that one up. And now, when I know they're going to go back to back, that I need to shield up the next one. And now, is this the tie one? Is this one? I think this is the tie one, because I realized, I think this player commented saying, yeah, this is the tie one, because the person I was against came to my channel and said, good game, we tied. I shouldn't have shielded up your double Weather Ball bait. And I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have shielded up your double Poison Fang there. So we both kind of lost it. So glad it was a tie in the ending, if I remember correctly. Ice Beam does a lot. Lose CMP, which is tough. Again, if I just threw it earlier, I don't even know if I had it earlier. And now it's a race. Mandibuzz is going to air release me. I'm going to snarl it. We both have 1 HP, and we both go down in the tie. So there is your tie. Could have played out differently, but... So this is a okay lead. Again, the Ice Punches are going to do good. So same with the Psychic. The Psychic would do really well. But these Poison Fang and Poison Jabs are going to add up. And I threw too early here because now they know this is just an Ice Punch. Again, an Ice Punch still hurts. And so I came in here with Pelipper because my thought process was Pelipper is the safe switch for a reason. It has a good matchup there. Hopefully I can draw something out that I can throw something at. Problem is, Pelipper is really glassy. So as you can see, like, Umbreon's not an attack-heavy Pokemon, and that already did over 50%. So I get a Hurricane off, and the Hurricane only does 50% on Umbreon. Oh my goodness. So this is a bad situation. What I may do is just let this go, come in with Medicham, and just start getting some farm here. Maybe shield up a Foul Play. Yeah, shield up Foul Play, just farm down, come out with a ton of energy here. I think that is the play. It's okay, so we're in a pretty decent spot here, and they come in with the Nidoqueen. So I bait the Psychic, because now I at least have the Psychic that I can bait it. They shield it, and now I can just get to the Psychic here. I shield it up. I think I could survive anyways, but I think I just shield it up thinking Umbreon in the back probably should be able to take anything out, unless it's like a Scrafty in the back, which it may be. And it is a Scrafty in the back, so okay. I'm going to throw the Ice Punch. They Power Punch me here. So I wanted to get this move off here just to do any sort of chip damage, because if I lowered enough, even a Scrafty ramped up, I think I can get maybe one Last Resort and a Foul Play off here, even ramped up. Let's see what happens here. I know I put in a loss here. I'm wondering if this is the loss, but... So I get the Last Resort off here. And I'm going to need to get off... And it's not going to take it out. It's going to be very, very close. It's within counter range. If I get this off... Yeah, okay, just Foul Play, take it out. And there you go, right? Scrafty was already ramped up from before, and it ramped up again. And I'm still able to get off a Last Resort and a Foul Play, because that's just how tanky Umbreon is. A Mew lead is not good. So I'm going to go immediately into Pelipper. And this is also not good because Pelipper is extremely weak to Wild Charge. So I have to respect it. And I get baited with Surf, which is not great. And out comes a Vigoroth. So the good news is, because they stayed in so long, I should be able to at least draw a shield back, maybe take Switch here. It's going to be close. I don't think one Body Slam takes me out. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to take me out. And these counters aren't going to do anything, so it's only we the Body Slam. So I'm going to get one more off here, so I'm going to either take Switch or grab another shield here. Both I think are okay, because and they don't shield, and I'm able to wing attack down, so that's perfect. So thank you, Pelipper. You are an amazing save swap, and I'm able to get a Weather Ball off. Pelipper, even with the Weather Ball nerf, which obviously does make a slight difference, still just being able to just get those wing attack and Weather Balls. And now this is a pretty hard punish here. Even if it's a Wild Charge, I can take a Wild Charge from Mew. So there it is. Does almost nothing. In comes a Mandibuzz. So again, this is not a great matchup for Medicham. But my thought process here is Medicham just getting some Ice Punches off here. I've got a great matchup with Umbreon and Mew, right? So I don't need to worry about that. I can just throw this here, chip this much as I can, and then I'll have a good matchup with my Umbreon. I may even shield this. Yeah, I'll shield this up, throw the Ice Punch, force their last shield, try and get one more Ice Punch through. I think they're probably going to shield back and try and outpace me, which they probably should be able to. Yeah, we just lost there. But I think I maybe survive and then take this out, and then I'll have... Yeah, because it's not going to take me out, just short, because level 51. So we'll take it out, and then I have my Umbreon full health. On not full health, but pretty close to take out the Mew. So that's that. And now we get into the mirror. Oh yeah, this is the one I think. Yeah, this was a really good battle because it was a lot of switches. First, a lot of, I think, good plays overall here. So one, great play on their part. catching my Psychic on their Sableye. That's just a ton of wasted energy. I'm now going to try to catch their Foul Play on my Umbreon, but they were well aware it was coming. Because they were aware it was coming, I'm like, they're not going to throw Foul Play now. Let's just shield up this return. Because I always like, if you know your opponent's going to throw the nuke, even if it's on a tanky Pokemon, shield it up because it's just a ton of wasted energy. So I'm going to throw here saying like, okay, I'm going to take you out before you get to another return. If they shield, which they do, and they're going to go for a return here, I think I'm okay letting it go because I can still outpace and take it out, but they may switch here, and they do switch here. And it's a Medicham. Again, so I can survive whatever is thrown at me here. But now they gave up switch. So now I can come with my Pelipper. I guess I'm going to throw here just to do some chip damage and then just try and maybe wing attack down. But that's way too high to wing attack down. So I'm going to need to throw this Weather Ball. I can survive. I know it's an Ice Punch. No, it's a Psychic and I shield it. So I'm glad at the time I knew what I was doing. Trying to wing attack down, realize I cannot. Too late. I'm going to take this Ice Punch, which is going to hurt, but I'm loaded with energy here. And out comes an Azu, if I remember. No, the Sableye. So the Sableye is going to eat it, and then the Azu is going to come in with a shield advantage. And this is tough. So I'm going to bait the Hurricane, and they call it. So I'm immediately going to go to Medicham, and because my Medicham's at pretty good health, this is going to apply pressure on the shield with the Psychic, or it's going to do good chip damage like that. And I got the defense fell, so that's huge. I'm also going to force them to throw here. I have Pelipper with some energy, and I have Umbreon with more health. So I think I'm going to come in here with the Umbreon, and thinking I get to a last resort, but I actually can't because they get to a move. So if I got to the last resort, that was an easy win. But they're able to take me out here. The good news is they only have Play Rough, it looks like. So now I need to throw back-to-back Weather Balls here. And between the Wing Attacks and Weather Balls, able to, right there, deny a move getting through there, which is huge. Because I think I just win with like 1 HP left. Okay, 2 HP left. So good battles running around there. But yeah, so that's a team. How can you change this team? If you don't want something double weak, like instead of Medicham, you can use a Deox because then you wouldn't be double weak to Charm. That's one way to fix this team. I like Pelipper as a safe switch, like I said. Umbreon as a dark. Is there any other dark you can use in Umbreon's place? Yeah, like you can use Scrafty. Like I don't like using Scrafty, but you can use Scrafty. But you just, again, you'd be weak to fighting, but you have Pelipper and Medicham / Deox, so that's fine. You can put Scrafty in as a foul play user there. What other darks do I like in this league? Pelipper? No, sorry, not Pelipper. There aren't a lot of darks I like besides Umbreon and Scrafty here. Obstagoon you don't see too much in this league. Obstagoon is more Ultra League. Anyways, that's it. And it's Friday, so it's the weekend. I've got a couple. I've already got not shot. I've like filmed the battles. I have to shoot them still, but one with Greedent. So I'm going to use that. And then one with Electrode, because Electrode worked for me to get to Legend in the remix. So why not use it in Open? And spoiler alert, it's still awesome. So I will showcase that Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll look through. I've received a few submissions, so I'll look through those submissions and check those out and maybe showcase some of your teams. And then I'll wrap it up probably next Friday with my second try hard team that I'm going to try and grind some wins out with. So that's it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate you giving the thumbs up and everything and commenting, and I will see you guys in the next